Hey, everybody, welcome back. The lecture hall doors have swung wide open, and we're here once again for class. We're going to learn all about Salem. We're going to learn about days of our lives. We're going to talk about this week's crazy shenanigans in Salem. So get on out of that quad. Stop talking to your friends. It's time to get to business. Not only is the class here, we got attendance. We got here Matt. Matt is here. Hi, everybody. Kat, are you here?
Hello.
And Professor Angela, have you made it this week?
I have made it this week,
yes. Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
We've been trying our best to hold it down without you.
Yeah, and you guys have been doing a good job.
TA Google has been there.
Yep.
So the weather knocked out your internet last week. Is that what happened to you?
Oh God, it's been so bad. It's not even, it's mainly been like the wind and everything icing over.
Excuse me.
It's been ridiculous.
Oh, well, that's lame. We already have a couple of classmates with us. They ran out of the quad. They ran on over into the lecture hall, slid right into their favorite seat. Janet's with us this week, and welcome for the first time this semester, Kelly Publicover. Back to the chat after an extended leave of absence. I hope you enjoyed your vacation. Semester break, I don't know exactly what it was. A semester abroad.
Assignments to do.
I was going to say a semester abroad.
A bunch of time over in Paris, maybe. Or in Italy near a recovery clinic, to be specific to this show.
Yes, I was going to say.
And Jeannie is here too. Hey, Jeannie. Just give us some time. Jacarius will wake up. He'll make himself some scrambled eggs and he'll roll on over here eventually. Anyway, hey everybody. Hi, how's everybody doing? Good week, everybody. Hello, happy to be back.
Was a good week.
And then we got a good week happening in Salem too. All right, here's the thing about Days of Our Lives. All right, things are happening. Okay, people are doing drugs. All right, people are being sent away to recovery clinics. People are being sent away to juvenile facilities.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got folks getting hitched or planning on getting hitched. We got people pretending to be in love. There's raids happening at bistros. And Constantine's got Steven's number, let me tell you.
Yes.
And Sandra's here. We got a full class. We got a full class.
And I got great angst with my Harris and Ava.
Yeah. Great, thanks with Harris. Hey, Professor, there's a 30-minute timer that I noticed at the front of the class that hasn't started yet. Is that about anything? Is that gonna?
It is. Why don't you go ahead and?
Okay, I'll push the button for you.
Push the button.
Oh, it's counting down now. Interesting.
I
guess is something gonna happen in half an hour? Is there something that we need to say? Some sort of announcement that's going to be happening?
Yeah, there's some sort of, special school-wide, class-wide announcement for a guest lecturer.
I don't know. I guess we're not going to have to see when the alarm goes off.
Guess we'll find out.
We're going to have to find out.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm tweeting about it now. Pick a topic.
I'm excited.
You're super excited. Well, let's start with something that people are not interested in. Usually, typically, traditionally, people have not been invested in Chirp and Wendy. So let's just get that out of the way. They were on this week. They like each other.
Yeah.
So he's there for Ava. She's there for him. It's one big support circle. All Ava has to do is embrace it. Harris wants to be there for her.
I gotta say, the Jenga piece was cute.
It was. The Jenga piece was very cute, actually.
That was, cute little soapy goodness.
Yeah.
They are a little bit boring, you guys. But at the same time, I don't know. I thought they were sweet this week. I thought the whole
they're always
going to China was a wasted storyline.
Yeah,
she didn't wind up going anywhere.
Exactly. That's why it was wasted.
Yeah, I mean, they are a very sweet couple. The problem is that on a soap opera,
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just it's
yeah.
nice to see on, I don't know, another show, I guess. You know, it's not that it's bad, it's not that it's invalid, it's just not dripping with soap excitement. And that's
Exactly.
really what it comes from. And really,
Exactly.
what I think, honest, I'm just going to give you my opinion, Professor Angela. When it comes
Okay.
down to it, I didn't know that Trip was Steve's kid until like I found out on the internet a week and a half ago.
It took me a minute to figure it out too. I was like, oh, all right. 2 minutes. Oh yeah.
This is Patchy's kid. This is old Patchy's kid, and we don't know it. I feel like there's a big key portion of this character that is not being accessed at current.
And Patch and Ava.
Patch and
Yeah,
Ava?
it was a thing.
Well, did they ever show it? Were they ever an item on Days?
Jacarius is here.
It was when he was presumed dead and didn't know who he was, kind of thing.
Oh, okay. And I would.
It was a retcon.
Is it so Tamara didn't play Ava at the time?
No, she did.
Oh, she did.
I'm pretty sure she's always been Ava, but they didn't. It wasn't something that played out on screen. It was while Stephen Nichols was.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess he wasn't around, and so they're trying to keep the character present in people's minds by giving him an active kid.
No, the kid didn't show up until after he showed back up.
Oh my goodness gracious, this just sounds super convoluted. Okay, dripping with drama, Ava returns to town, pregnant as hell. Who's the daddy? It's Patchy.
Already had the kid, and he had been given up for adoption.
Randomly mentions, hey Patch, by the way, we had a kid.
He had been given up for adoption, so who?
Her father made her do it.
Oh, hey, those Vitalis. Ooh, they're bad people.
Yeah, Ava's from a big mob family.
Your child's gonna wind up with one eye. You can't do this. All right, send him away before he loses the good one. Jacarius, we have been great. Thank you for asking, and thanks for being here this week. Jeannie says that she didn't know about Trip until about 3 years ago or so.
No, Patch didn't.
Oh, Patch didn't. Oh, he didn't. Okay, well, whatever.
Yeah.
Jeannie learned it at the same time, too, because nobody knew it until Patch learned it, okay?
Right, pretty much.
All right? So we're both right, and I love it. I love it when everybody's right.
I swear in Salem, nobody raises their own child.
No.
They don't ever find out about each other until they're grown and already messed up.
I don't know. I mean, Marlena seems to have raised Eric and Sammy, right?
Yep.
When the devil wasn't doing it, I guess.
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm sorry you're so cold, Sandra. It's going to be okay. You know, just bundle up, you know, make a fire, a safe fire. But my suggestion is a fire, but a safe one in a safe place where you can keep it controlled.
A safe place.
And warm on up. You know, the northeast is not an easy place.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. We're here for you, Sandra. That's it. I just wanted to say that. You know, make sure everybody knows that we care about them. All right. So now that we got Trip and Wendy out of the way, not that they're invalid. They're just not exciting right now. Let me make that clear, okay?
Oh, I kind of wanted to meet. I was looking forward to meeting Wendy's parents a little bit, though. I wanted her dad to get a, tongue lashing.
Yeah.
You led Lee to his death. Now he's on some submarine somewhere, and we buried a sandbag. Bricks, a pile of bricks. I don't know, what would they have replaced Lee's body with? What is the days of our life? It's just empty. People just didn't notice the casket was empty.
Dirty dishes from the Brady pub.
Somebody to be screwed.
Cremated.
Everybody. So just a bag of dirt then.
Yeah.
It just didn't look inside.
Mm-hmm.
30s. Oh my god. It's in the 30s for you, Jeannie? That's too cold. That's San Diego. That can't be right. You're lying. Don't lie to me.
It could be true.
Oh goodness. All right. Okay, let's get into it, folks. Let's really get into it. Let's wake up. Let's dig into something that we have something to talk about. And you know what we have to talk about? I know what we have to talk about. I know what's gonna perk this show right up.
What?
I know what's gonna get us out of our seats, and I know what's gonna get us hooping and hollering. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Ava and Harris, come on. Let's do
Oh
it.
God, I love them.
Exactly. See?
Good. When he put his badge in, I mean, I know it's goofy because it's, but it was so cute and soapy and
It is. It's so
angsty.
romantic.
And then he puts his badge in her hand and says, "I'm not a cop right now."
But now, I didn't really get a chance to see romantic Jason. Okay, so like I've really only been able to see most recent run Jason in great detail. Before I was aware of him, I knew who he was. I know what he did, but I didn't see any of his Sam stuff. I didn't.
No, you didn't see. You didn't see the dragon and the phoenix.
No, I didn't see the dragon and the
You didn't
phoenix.
see that whole thing.
I didn't see get married at the Noodle Bluda. I didn't see none of that nonsense. So I've never really seen Steve Burton play romantic.
Oh, I could show you so many. He does, it's little things with him.
Yeah.
It's little things with Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Iris is a little bit more demonstrative and vocal.
Yeah. I'm liking it.
Yes.
He's stepping out. He's making the steps. He's taking the attempts. He's in there being like, I'm reading this place, but also at the same time, I'm like,
let me help you.
Let me help you. I can help you.
Yes.
I know you're in trouble.
I mean, he's told her and told her and told her.
Yep.
That he's there to help her and that she trusts him and all that. And she's just not, she's trying to protect him to a certain degree.
She's protecting him. She's protecting Trip. She's protecting
that's the
everybody.
Thing, is that she's really, I feel for her. Because she's trying to protect these people that she cares so much about and loves. And
and she's trying real hard to push him away and let him, to believe that she's no longer interested and she's angry and.
Well, if she's not careful, Harris is going to wind up dead. or buried under rocks. The prison collapses. He's buried under rubble.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Now that would be an interesting story. The what's the name of the prison?
Clyde.
Huh?
Clyde?
No, not the prisoner. The prison.
Oh, Statesville?
Statesville. Okay, there's an earthquake that rocks Statesville. Statesville collapses. Okay.
And Harris is stuck in the rubble.
Harris gets trapped under the rubble. That's it for Harris. We don't get to see Harris anymore. Harris is mysteriously gone. We didn't find a body. Okay, get him. He's out of there. He moves on to another show for a little while until he leaves that one to come back to play Harris Michaels on Days of Our Lives. And the Steve Burton cycle just rotates and rotates and rotates. Anyway, but past that, all of these wackadoodle crazy criminals get to escape. All of these criminals that you've thrown and locked away and thrown the key away over the last 40 years and have forgotten about, all these characters that are still there get to come out.
Yeah.
Johnny's going to have to work the streets as a superhero because he wants to give back in some sort of meaningful way that isn't filmmaking, He can borrow Leo's cape.
It'd be like Azkaban and Harry Potter.
Exactly. The Dementors,
Yeah.
Yeah, what's Helena Bonham Carter up to? Let's get her. She could play some sort of loony bin person that was locked in the deepest recesses of Statesville.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure she's going to come to Days of Our Lives.
Why not? Dick Van Dyke can do it.
A little bit different.
What does she need? Money? Like, come on. At this point, you just do it because you want to, right?
Right. I think if she was going to do something, she'd probably go to an English soap.
Do English even have, like, soaps? Come on.
Yes.
Are they real? Are they real soaps? And if it is, I need the name of one because I need to check it out because I need to see what the English think a soap opera is.
Hollyoaks, EastEnders. I mean, there's like
those
they have
stuffy
like
ones. Oh, never mind.
No, they're not. They are seriously soaping.
All of those Mr. Darcy's in the basement, and I just had a baby, and I get in a car accident. And now Maggie Smith is sad. Those type of shows.
No.
I was talking about that one.
I've never seen an English soap. I've only seen telenovela.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does that one about the servants count that you really liked?
Downton Abbey.
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I guess you could say it's a period soap.
yeah.
Prime time
Downton Abbey
period
doesn't
soap.
count. Downton Abbey's just a drama. It's not soap. Okay. Harris gets buried and Jason gets unburied. Yes, Kelly, we've been saying that for weeks. All right, so Harris gets buried under rubble at Statesville, and then the hand shoots out of the rubble in Greece.
Yes. Carrie style.
Just really, he's been under that rubble for what has he been, existing on rainwater and bugs?
Yes.
Well, it is Jason Morgan, He could
That
do
is true.
The ghost of Robin was Robin's alive. The ghost of someone kept him alive, but whatever. That's GH talk. We got to talk about how Harris is going to die first.
Well, you guys, what did you think of that whole scene with Stefan being there, and he walks in on Ava and Harris and at the dock and all that. Now, this is what I didn't like about it. I was like, this doesn't play right for me for Harris. I thought Stefan really kind of manhandled Ava. He did.
He did.
Grabbed her by her arm, kind of pushed her along, and really manhandled her. And when he kissed her, that seemed like an assault as well.
I think that what they're going for is that Stefan is pushing this at a level that Ava is not interested in. She wanted to present something, and he's going overboard with the sell.
Right. Yeah.
Like, hey, Avis. Seems like Harris should have reacted to that a little stronger.
I don't know, because it didn't come off as believable to me. Now, again, this is Days of Our Lives. This is soap. The moments are supposed to be what they are, not exactly what we're thinking about them after the fact. But it didn't come off as like the most convincing thing for me. And so when Harris was like, "Oh man, they must really like each other," no, this didn't quite work with the scoop.
But he knows, but he can tell there's something going on, so he doesn't buy it.
Exactly. And he keeps on giving her opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to let him inside to what's happening where he can help him. Yes, he absolutely knows there's some BS in the water.
We're caught in a trap. We can't walk out because I love you too much, baby.
But I think with her is that I think Ava knows that Harris would help her, but she thinks that it would be to his detriment. He would help her and it would ruin his career at the police department or, put him in danger. And she just doesn't want that.
They just can't go on together with these suspicious minds is my main point.
Exactly.
It's just, they can't have their dreams with their suspicious minds.
That's right.
So, Stefan will ruin it. Stefan will ruin it for everybody. He's already talking to Gabby like, everything, and then, I can't tell you anything that I'm doing, even though this phone call is being recorded and listened to by the operator. You know? But that's a soap trope. That's probably one of my biggest soap criticisms out there is just the wide open talk in prison.
Yeah.
Through the little phones.
And poor old Lucas, they can't even wipe some blood off his face or nothing.
No.
I know, right? Poor guy.
He's very injured.
He looked all beat to hell, didn't he?
Yeah, that poor guy.
Yeah, he got real messed up, didn't he? Because he asked too many questions, and Clyde figured it out very quickly.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
And he's very
it cracked me
dangerous.
up. He asked a guard, a janitor, and a lunch lady or a cafeteria worker. I'm just like, okay.
But it was the dirty cop that did it. It wasn't one of those three. It wasn't the fact that he asked the lunch lady. Who's like slapping,
I hope the
mashed
dirty cop
potatoes.
isn't the one with the bad wig.
She's flopping mashed potatoes on people's tray as they walk by and just saying, Lucas came asking me about you, Clyde.
Right?
Oh, gosh.
Good Lord.
Oh.
Clyde doesn't seem like he'd be like a super brilliant man. So the fact that he's getting by with this for so long,
Did you familiar with that show Oz? it was a show about prison in the 90s, and it was like, one of the first like cable shows, like HBO.
That was such a great show.
And it was very good. Yes, Lee Tergesen or whatever his name was in it.
Christopher Maloney.
Christopher Maloney at the same time as doing Law and
As
Order
he was
SVU.
playing SVU.
So he's playing
cop.
a criminal assaulter, and he's also playing the person that solves the assault crimes.
And I'm sorry, best scene of that show was when he had been convicted and given the death penalty so that he had done inside. And the nun came to talk to him as he was getting changed. Do you remember this scene?
I don't recall it.
He was getting changed after court. And she, he was bitter and whatever. And she asked if there was anything she could do for him. And he turned around fully naked and told her that she could suck his.
Oh no!
I was like, oh my god!
Well, I mean, I guess that's one sort of final request,
right? It was.
Join us for late night tonight, everybody, as we discuss
I just
those
never
things.
will. Christopher Maloney, full frontal, and
Hey, people really like him. They say he's got the best booty in Hollywood.
Love
everybody.
him.
That was
Anyway.
HBO, wasn't it?
That was HBO, yes.
Yes.
HBO. There was all kinds of Wayne Doodle on that show too. Like, anyway, but
Yeah.
that wasn't the point.
Christopher Maloney is on my laminated card list.
My point was to mention J.K. Simmons, who played the king of the prison.
While
essentially.
also being on
That one
Law
I
and
don't know.
Order.
On which one?
He was on Law and Order. He played
Oh.
a shrink that worked for the.
Oh yes,
state,
I do
for the
recall
city.
that. I do
Yeah.
recall that. So anyway, all of that to say, I was trying to make the comparison to the J.K. Simmons character from Oz,
Yes.
who was the king of the prison. He himself, sure, he could probably beat you up a little bit, but his power wasn't in how tough he was, but in how tough his group is.
Mhm.
As far
And
as
that's-
reach was, huh?
Yeah, and that's pretty much, I guess, what Clyde has. Clyde is the
Right.
top of the prison food chain.
I
Mhm.
get that, but he just doesn't come across as intelligent enough to be able to have that position.
Well, maybe he's got an advisor, or it's
Yes,
just
huh?
all a disarming
He
act.
got a whole network.
Just because he doesn't
Yeah.
seem like he's got the brains doesn't mean he doesn't.
Exactly.
Right.
Sometimes
Mm.
maybe that is part of the brains. It's just trying to convince everybody.
Hey, he turned his son into a serial killer, so.
Well, he seems like a royal piece of crap, so,
Oh, he is. Clyde's a very, very just evil. There's no gray area.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, soap operas give us those sometimes.
It
They
is.
give us those characters without the redeeming value, without the misunderstanding. They're just bad to the bone.
well, I think that we're just counting down weeks until the Harris departure from the show, because that's when Gabby can come back and this whole storyline can be done, and we can move forward with whatever it is that Ava's up to, because she's still
Yeah,
presumably
but
still
it's
around.
months. It's not weeks.
Okay, well, we're still on the countdown until that happens, because I really feel the Harris departure would also signal probably the end of this particular chain of drug events.
Yeah.
At least this
Well-
this portion of it. It would move on to something else. It wouldn't still be the same story, just without Harris in it.
Yeah. I think that Gabby comes back before Harris leaves.
Mm-hmm.
I think we see new Gabby before we see the back of Harris.
See, oh my gosh, it's so interesting. The difference
Yeah.
between this show and the other show that we do, because of the 6 months, we're armed with so much more information about Days of Our Lives than we are with the other shows.
Yeah.
And we're really able to kind of
Right.
prepare
Yeah.
ourselves mentally for things that we think
Yes.
might happen.
I'm
Yeah.
not crazy about the fact that they're 7 months.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy.
You don't like the fact that we pretty much know who the cast is going to be here in the next couple of months?
Yes, I like to be surprised every once in a while by my soap opera. I find it more enjoyable to me if I don't know exactly what's going to happen. And it's
I think-
good to watch Days and not at least have a decent clue because of the so far ahead stuff.
True, but Days actually, they pull off surprises. They pull off surprise returns quite a bit, I think.
I didn't know.
Because they'll have people, finished filming an arc before it ever premieres. So,
Yeah.
So it's really easy for them to not talk about it.
right, exactly.
So soap press really only covers things that happens on Days in roundabouts the times that it's happening. For example, the Steve Burton departure, he hadn't been filming for weeks, but now soap press is covering it because he finally said something. And so there seems to be some awareness of timeliness when it comes to releasing information, at least information they can control.
Right.
So, but then also, you know, little things like the casting release that you noticed that you saw that you thought matched a Gabby description.
Yeah.
That's not something that they can really control.
No.
But it's
because
also
they have
speculation.
to put that stuff out. Right. Exactly.
It's probably correct speculation. Jeannie wants to know who would play her.
Part.
And
sure looks like the part.
When it comes to who would play new Gabby, I don't think it'd be anybody that's already been around. I think it's somebody new.
It is somebody new, and we know who it is already.
Oh, well, there we go.
They haven't officially announced it, but we've figured it out. And
usually what happens is these actors start to follow other
follow
actors.
each other. Yes.
Other actors stop following other actors.
And this actress looks, oh my God, she looks like.
I saw a picture of her. She looks like Gabby.
She looks exactly
there you
like
go.
Camilla.
Well, I didn't see it, so
Yeah,
I'm going to be surprised when her face comes through. Kelly brings up something that we should have brought up at the top of the show because Angela wasn't here to talk about it last week.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the passing, the sad passing.
Bill Hayes.
Bill Hayes, yes. Now it's interesting because we were talking about it, and you know we've had a little bit of time, a couple of weeks to you know get over the emotional, the emotional heaviness of it as Days of Our Lives viewers. But 98 years old or something like that. What a well-earned lifetime, and to have done so much with your life too. To be the longest-running person on TV or whatever it is.
And he last filmed in November before the Thanksgiving break. So we're going to see Doug some more before.
At least through April.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. And then here's the other side of what Mom was talking about when it comes to the 6 month time span, is that we got a lot of time to think about it, to wait for it, to talk about what we think the show should do, and ultimately be mad that they didn't do what we thought they should have done.
In a way, I think that the 6 month with that stuff is actually kind of good for the cast because they can give them a breather before.
Yeah. That's something that we mentioned last week too, is because of the 6 months, they don't have to get into it right away.
Exactly. Which I think is important, especially for such a long running character and his real life wife being on the show.
Yeah.
As his real life wife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that it's.
Yeah, I can't imagine how hard it's going to be when they do something.
Right.
It's going to, it will be very hard for her. I can't imagine that.
Yeah,
but I'm sure she'll dig deep within herself and to honor her husband.
Oh, absolutely.
Without a doubt.
I think she's going to put her whole heart out on that stage.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, like Days of Our Lives is what they did, you know?
But I do feel sorry for anybody that has to like mimic their real pain.
Well, you don't mimic it, you just give it.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just such an unusual circumstance for her. You know.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I do think that actors have, especially one that has been on the show for as long as she has pretty much already made a lifetime of accessing emotions to broadcast them on TV. You know, I mean, it's probably the deepest one that she might have to access, but I can't speak for her because I don't know her. I've never had a conversation with her.
But her situation is just so unique.
And it's also entirely possible that she's like, this was good. This was a good life together. This was a good time together. We've earned so much happiness over these decades. This was going to happen eventually. She could be a perfect piece for all we know.
Right.
You know, I don't know, because when it comes down to it, you know, we mentioned it last week as well. You know, the decade, the age in which you pass away in, it has a heavy impact on like how, I don't know, much of a blow it could possibly be. 50 or 60, you're like, wow, you had still so much to live for. 80 or 90, you're like, what a good run. 100 and above, you're like,
yeah.
At that point, you're celebrating almost celebrating the fact that they passed away because they had lived so long. You know, like it's really interesting.
Well, at some point, as my parents say, you're playing with house money. You reach an age where,
Jacarius wants to know what the timer is for, but Jacarius, I'm going to let you know in 3 minutes and 8 seconds.
There you go. There's only 3 minutes, 8 seconds left.
He did live
There
a
you
long
go.
life. And what
Well,
I
you're not gonna have to wait long.
Nope. And what I think is awesome is that he really has been like on television longer than every other entity on the planet, man. Like he started like when they like the first TV broadcast was him as a baby, like
okay.
drinking a bottle. What?
Davy Crockett. I never knew that.
Yeah, singing Davy
I didn't know
Crockett.
about the Davy Crockett.
Davy Crockett. And then,
Yep.
and he sang on Days. Dick Van Dyke danced to it. Oh, just what a good old time geriatric jaunt.
Well,
in
I'm
the
sure
hospital.
over the years there was all kinds of stuff that we didn't see, Matt.
Oh, no. Decades and decades and decades. Plus, he used to be a jerk.
Musical stuff on Days of Our Lives. I'm sure he did stuff we didn't see.
Probably. And then when it comes to the Doug character, apparently he used to be kind of a jerk. So, there's all sorts of stuff that we missed. He's the sweet old white-haired man that I know now.
His daughter, Hope, her mother is Julie's mother.
There you go. Yeah.
His wife, Julie, was stepmother and sister to his daughter.
Freaky.
That's
freaky.
Oh, that's my own grandpa real close.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Kind of her own grandma type of thing. But anyway, yeah, oh my goodness.
Weird.
So yeah, I mean all kinds of stuff. All kinds of nonsense.
That's extra.
He sang Days with Dick Van Dyke. He did. He sang on, it was T for two and two for T and
Yep.
two.
They did their little soft step. Julie and
Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke.
Yep.
Timothy.
What's his name? Timothy. That's right.
Timothy Robichaud.
Timothy Robichaud.
Yeah.
My name is John Pond Black Robichaud.
They better leave Dick Van Dyke as his dad.
They're leaving Dick Van Dyke as his dad.
They better.
They're not changing his
personality.
What we're going to do is we're just going to find out what it is that he did before he bumped his head and lost his memory. We're going to find out that he was a car salesman in Greece. And people are going to be like, really? That's what it is? But at this point, what else could it be?
Well,
I'm the time traveler.
Yeah,
I was Jack the Ripper? You telling me I used to be Jack the Ripper and I traveled to the future? Huh? Angela's not even paying attention. She didn't laugh at that one. She didn't laugh at all. She didn't think that was funny.
No, it was fine.
Man.
People are messaging me on Twitter.
Well, tell them to leave you alone. You're podcasting.
Other soap matters.
Is it good juice?
No, it's
Well, that's not fun. 10.
Ain't no penis
9,
war as good as a
8,
Jason penis war.
7, 6,
Oh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, everybody, we are 30 minutes into this. That means we have a huge announcement to make. And we're making it on this podcast, not the 10th floor. That must mean it's about Days of Our Lives. Well, here's the thing. I've been in contact with an actor in Days of Our Lives, folks. It happens every once in a while. And he's agreed to appear right here on this channel next week, January 28th at 11 a.m. Not 9 a.m. 11 a.m. Excited to tell you who it is. But I'm just gonna end the podcast now.
Why?
Because I'm mean. I want everybody to wait with bated breath for 7 days until they show up at 11 a.m. right here on this channel to see who it is on time. No, I'm kidding. Remington Hoffman, who plays Li Shin, or played Li Shin. I don't know exactly to say plays or played at this point. But known,
Days of Our Lives, we say plays.
but known to have been Li Shin on Days of Our Lives, Remington Hoffman has agreed to come sit with us here in the lecture hall for Days for Dummies at 11 a.m. next week here on the 10th Floor Podcast channel. And so we'll sit with him for at least half an hour talking about Days of Our Lives, talking about Lee, talking about what he is up to. He plays some other character on some other show on BET. That is how great of a researcher I am. I don't know the name of the character or the show, but I know that he does it.
Oh, well, good thing he's going to be here to fill us in.
I'll look it up. So yeah, Remington Hoffman. I don't have a picture because I didn't. The 9 a.m. podcast, folk. I wake up, I put some cereal in my body, I brew some coffee, and I sit in front of these women and talk about days. I don't really have time to do stuff, so I didn't pull a picture. So you'll just have to use your mental image of what Remington Hoffman looks like. Most recently
Known to
seen on
Days of Our Lives fans as Lee Shin.
As Lee Shin, most recently seen with with a
Knife in his back.
Mhm.
And then he was
And
carted out.
before that, he was knocking boots with Melinda for a minute.
Zatima is the show. Thank you very much, Dakarius. See, I knew I could rely on the chat. And that's why I don't do my own research, is because we have cultivated such a great chat that they don't say, "You big dummy." They just tell me what it is. You know? If it's not Facebook. It's not Twitter X, where somebody has to start up with, "You big dummy," before telling you.
Right.
So thank you, Jakarius, for not calling me a big dummy. Say what? What, Matthew? Oh, hey. Hi, Sandra. Let's see. Y'all are getting started with this year with new guests. Well, Jakarius, you might have to watch 10th Floor later on today and see what happens there.
He's for Days for Dummies, he's our very first guest.
Yes, so this is going to be our first Days of Our Lives centric guest. Now, we on the channel, we had red carpet interviews with people who were on Days of Our Lives. We participated at Day of Days with Angela and soapoperanews.net. And so we participated in the interviews that were posted there. But when it comes to something here on the 10th Floor live, it's the first time.
First time?
And Angela's going to be here for it too, right?
Yes, I am going to be here for it.
Good.
Yes.
You need to turn Twitter off.
Trying to, but then it pops up on my phone. It's like the movie Wedding Singer, or not Wedding Singer, Wedding Crashers.
What a good movie.
The Wedding Crashers.
I'll
find you.
I'll try to put my phone away from me when we're doing this.
Yeah.
People
Part
just
of the
don't talk to
problem
me.
is that I for reasons passing understanding, it was a moment of absolute stupidity on my part. I cleared out my entire Twitter block list.
Why?
I unblocked everybody
Because you were
for
curious.
the new year.
Oh, I get it. I totally get it. Because
Giving
sometimes
everybody a new chance.
New beginnings,
I
right?
get it.
Yes.
There will be every once in a while I'll come across something
And
that's
they
like,
are
this account is
tested me.
muted, right? And I'm like,
So
why is this?
how many have you blocked again?
I don't know. I think I've only blocked like 2 that were attacking an actress personally while tagging her in it. But I have muted many.
Oh,
Many. Let them scream into the void.
I'll come across something that'll be like, oh, you can't look at this because you blocked this account. And I'll be like, really? And then I'll click it and I'll be like, I don't remember blocking this person. And then it's like something super like innocent. And I'm like, well, why did I block this person to begin with? What did they say to make me so unhappy? So I get it.
maybe he was piggyback on something else.
So yeah, anyway, next week, right here, folks. Lee Shin.
Remington Hoffman.
Days
Hopefully
of Our
we'll be
Lives.
able to get him to trip up and spill some tea for us.
Like we'll be like, so when was the last time you were in CBS Studio City, huh?
Nope.
Yesterday.
So close. CBS Studio City.
Universal
And
Prospect
one, it's
Park.
Television City.
Oh, whatever.
So, but
And that was, and he also doesn't film at CBS.
yes.
At Peacock Studios. Where's Peacock Studios? Universal? Do they film on the Universal lot?
Burbank.
It's in Burbank, really?
Yeah, they call it the Burbank Studios. Is where Days
Burbank
filmed.
Studios.
Sure.
Gosh, man, it's probably right down the road from you.
I could probably get there Uber for $20.
They're not going to let you in.
That doesn't mean I can't go and look at the sign.
Maybe he'll get invited.
Maybe Dan Furigel will see me and go, oh, I remember you. You were so fun to talk to. Come on inside. That was more of a Xander impression, but whatever.
Just like that, Matt.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Is he English or Australian? I can't tell sometimes.
Australian.
Australian. So he would say something like, no. When he's like, no, don't do that.
He's great to talk to. He's a lot of fun.
He is a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with him at Day of Days. And I wanted to run into him at the concert, but he was too busy being popular.
Yeah.
He's very tall and very easily
There's
noticed.
a lot of folks at that concert, but like I said, they were too busy being popular. So many. I mean, we don't. And For me, when they go to that kind of stuff, I don't want to be too intrusive because they're there to have fun as well. They're not working.
Right. He was there to support his friends playing their box drums or whatever it is that
Mhm.
Brady was sitting on the whole time. Speaking of Brady, he really cares for Teresa's drug habit.
Mhm.
Yes,
Seems to care about her well-being. And
Well, they're both sober, so
right. Wow. Not anymore.
yeah.
Boy, she
They
fell
had
off
a
the wagon
relapse.
hard, didn't she?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy. That was
And
sad.
she
That
didn't
was
get a
super
little
sad.
bit wasted. She got wasted.
Yeah.
And I wonder what it is. What was the substance they were doing before? You remember what it was?
Ambiguous drug number 9.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't really say what it was.
Well, they said that they thought it was ecstasy, although that's not how people act on ecstasy, but it's okay.
Is ecstasy even really falling off the wagon?
Yes, ecstasy is still a
Is
drug
it?
and
Well, I
falling
know
off
it's
the
I know
wagon.
it's a drug, but like, is it one of those that'll be like, wow, that was so cool. Let me pick my smack back up now. You know? I don't
Yes.
know.
Well, they
Yeah.
led us to believe though that she went back to what she used before.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So it's black tar heroin. It's really what it is.
Well, it's certainly not meth or something like that because she's not keyed up enough. She's too.
Yeah.
So it's.
I also want to point out how great was drunk Sloan. How funny was that?
It was good, actually. She did a good job.
Drunk Sloan was very funny this week.
She was so intimidated
You
by
laugh.
Marlena. She
Yes.
just
You should
pounded
at
that
least
and
laugh at my
so
jokes.
intimidated with Marlena
Yeah.
and so guilt-ridden that she
Yes.
just slammed that whole bottle.
And then when she asked Eric, were they funny? Yeah.
Let's just go to bed. Oh,
Oh,
no.
I really enjoyed that a
Oh
lot.
no! Oh my goodness! All kinds of just interesting parental relationships with the significant others of your
Yes.
children. You got Sloan getting drunk with John and Marlena.
Yep.
Feeling all of this pressure to impress Marlena as if she hasn't been dating Eric for at least a year.
Well, they're married now.
And they're married now. Like, there's a lot of pressure right now, suddenly on this night, to impress Marlena.
Yeah.
After all of this time. And then over at the Johnson house, Steve and Kayla never met Everett.
Nope. Didn't know he existed.
This man came into Stephanie's life, dated her, proposed to her,
Yeah.
set a date, disappeared, was
Yeah.
searched for, broke her heart, drove her back to Salem, and they never heard the name Everett?
Because this is the reason. Steve, Patchy Daddy is way too in her business. He's got too many questions. He speaks out too readily, so she don't share with him.
Yes.
Oh, so you're dating my
Now,
daughter.
you would think that Kayla would know. You would
Yes.
think so, but yeah, you're right, Matt.
Dad's on a
It's
need-to-know
something,
basis.
you know?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, Otherworldly, you were so kind and generous. $10 dropped into the super chat by Otherworldly 2003. My goodness gracious, thank you so much for contributing to the show.
Thank you.
Gosh.
Thank you.
So
Oh,
that's the
wow.
reason why I think, Matt, is that she doesn't reveal too much to her parents, especially her dad, because he just runs with it and won't shut up.
That's exactly what it is. So you're dating my daughter, are you? I want to know, where are you from? What are your secrets? What do you really want from her and my family?
Yeah. And he gives that evil eye with that one eye, doesn't he?
And it's going to be even, because Steve also has that protectiveness of Jada because he was so close with her late father.
Yeah, and is next week is when they're going to run into each other at the...
Yeah, so he's going to be up Everett's butt.
So they have the preview for next week, Ma. Everett's finally going to walk into the same room as Jada.
Finally.
Finally.
Well, Stephanie's in there too.
And his name is not Everett to her.
No, she's going to be like, oh
Bobby.
my God, Jameson?
Bobby.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Well, he's got secrets. There's no way this Everett, they have written Everett way too boring not to have some kind of evil side or something.
Well,
Telling
I
you, he's
think
the
it's going to
drug
be that
mastermind.
he has like multiple personalities. That's my prediction.
I like it.
Yeah.
One personality was Jada's husband. The other personality was Stephanie's husband.
Hopefully, one of these personalities will be interesting.
Yes. And I would love it. I would love that actually.
Yeah.
So last
And I
week.
don't want them to know about each other.
Ooh.
Personalities know about each other. I don't know. I'm sure Marlena will someday save the day and cure him.
Oh yes, of
of
course she will,
course,
because
of
she
course.
is.
You know, she's one conversation from fixing Abe. You know, all she's got to do is just sit him down for a couple of sessions. They'll be able to break those walls down that Whitley put up.
She cured Ben when he was this necktie killer serial killer.
She was able to fix Lee and break Harris's programming.
Yep.
All right, Marlena is a super therapist.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, it's so funny because earlier we were talking about Julie and Doug, right? And Otherworldly popped into the chat, and Otherworldly is our number one commenter on our shows. She leaves multiple comments every time she watches, and she brought up, Angela, where are you when you come back? You need to tell Matt and Kat about how Hope thought of Julie when she ran off with her dad after her mother died. And so it's just so funny that you mentioned it this week.
Yes. Well, I mean, that was Hope's big sister. So yeah, it was Sophie Goodness.
Sophie Goodness. Well, Jeannie thinks that my poor brain. The Robert Scott Wilson.
Uh-huh.
She thinks that he still behaves like Nick. Is that who we're talking about? Did he used to play a Nick?
No, Ben.
Ben.
He played Ben.
Who
Everett
used to play
played Nick.
Okay, so he still seems like Nick.
Blake Barris played Nick.
See, that's why we need you, Angela. That's why this is Days for Dummies, because I'm a big one. I don't know who we're talking about.
Blake Barris played Nick. He was Gabby's husband. She killed him because he was abusive.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
He's just a skinny little thing, though.
Well,
Gabby'd be able to take him down real easy.
And she did.
Hey. Well, there you go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, Jacarius loves the fact that we do a Days of Our Lives podcast. And Jacarius, we love doing a Days of Our Lives podcast, especially specifically for you, Jacarius. Now because of this.
And that's, I guess that's Carius' favorite soap, isn't it?
Well,
Days?
it's because of little things like Johnny in a necktie proposing to Chanel. With what was it? That was a Stefano's DeMiro ring or something.
Stefano's ring.
Yeah.
It's ironic. He said that his grandfather gave that to him for his graduation, but Stefano was already dead by then.
Maybe it was bequeathed to him. Give this to the lad when he graduates.
Am I the only one that wishes he had gone ahead and worn the top hat?
I mean,
I would have loved it.
I would have loved the top hat. I was like, make him get the top hat, Chanel.
If he did, now maybe they just don't have access to a top hat, because that really would have set it over the top. It really would have. I thought that when it comes down to it, I was watching this thing and I'm like, okay, this isn't like I've taken you to Paris and have proposed in front of the Eiffel Tower type of thing. This is very much like, oh yeah, let's do this. And she wants me to do it this way.
Well, they've already been married before.
And that's the thing, is they've already been through this before. Yes. He's already done
They
the
actually
big romantic
eloped
proposal.
to Italy.
So they've already done some sort of big destination thing. And so this was just them.
No, they eloped to Italy and came back and surprised everybody that they were married.
And this is pretty much them just picking
That was
back
possessed
up.
by the devil and blew their whole thing apart. And she started banging his sister, his twin sister.
Right. Because but the devil made them do it though. They broke up because of the devil.
All that and true love prevails, you guys. Somehow
Love prevails. Yep.
It's because of that spot on English accent that Chanel can pull off. It was really bad.
Well, I'll have you guys know, Johnny and Chanel were the TEN pick for Days of Our Lives for Soap Couple of the Week.
Well,
you guys can go over to TEN and vote in our Soap Couple of the Week poll, and Johnny and Chanel are on there. And if you don't like our choices, you can always write in your own, and the winner will the winner will be announced on Monday. Every week we do this.
I
And
need
Johnny,
I need to get that sounder, that like old Yahoo, you.com. I need to get one of those .com, singing bars, and I'll push the button, It'll be like, go to TVEntertainmentNews.com.
.com.
And like a radio show. You know how they have the panel of all the little boopy boop sound effects that they do the whole thing? I need one of those.
Okay.
I need one of those. That way I can be like boing boing boing.
Yes.
You know, just different buttons. But then I would, I can't do quotes though, because then you have to pay the people who made the quotes. There's some sort of big licensing thing that these radio broadcasting people buy, so that gives them access to all of this stuff, and I just don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
We got $10 more than we did earlier.
We did. Thank you very much, Otherworldly.
Yes.
So Johnny and Chanel, they're going to get married again. They had an extended thing. Johnny, of course, wasn't wearing a shirt. That's his thing. That's what he does. Why put a shirt on when you can just not? Just throw the tie
like
on.
Alex. Yeah.
It's interesting because he is the youngest looking 35-year-old of all time. Like he talks with experience.
So fine. I think he's so fine, and I almost feel bad looking at him. He looks like
This feels wrong. This feels wrong. Matt, look at my comment above. Okay, Kelly. Marlena needs to visit GH to cure Drew of Jason's memories. That's the wrong show, Kelly.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. They're on different networks. They can't happen.
Right.
They're in different universes.
But pretty soon you're going to be able to see his gorgeous face 2 times a day.
However, in a perfect
And Jason's memories can't be cured because the part of his brain that held them was removed.
Oh, really?
That's how Jason
entirely?
became Jason Morgan.
I didn't know that they took it out. I thought you just couldn't remember.
That's what USBs are for, Angela.
The surgery, though, I don't think they installed the USB slot since it was 1990 or 1995.
Anyway,
Yeah.
now, I think that soaps, though, as a whole, owe it to the soapy universe, the fans that have given our lives to watching this every single day, that if it comes to a point in which, the writing is on the wall, they know what's happening, the 4 shows are all going to start falling, and we're not going to have anything left. Then the 4 shows need to work together to break down the walls of the multiverse to have some sort of super finale.
Well,
the worldwide end of American soap operas.
Days and GH have already started doing it. Jason and Carly's love spans the multiverse.
Yes.
You heard it, you guys. You heard it here.
Eye on the prize, baby. Eye on the prize.
Kelly, it is worth a try. If you can convince Marlena Evans to go to Port Charles to talk to Jason, good luck. Good luck. I think Days of Our Lives was the only soap that acknowledged it, and the other reviewers downplayed the story as they shared, but the people at the table who shared takes from my day-to-day. I don't know what you're talking about, Otherworldly, but okay.
I saw a little different side of this character this week. I thought Kate at jail, I've only seen her with her friends having a good time. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Otherworldly was talking about the Martin Luther King stuff, the stuff that they did on Martin Luther King Day.
Got it. Okay. Was that following up from another thing that she had written earlier?
Something she had said earlier.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you very much, Angela. See, that's why I need you. That's why I need you here. You're dedicated.
I don't just read the last comment.
You aren't also trying to produce and run and be center square of the show.
I understand. Yes.
MLK Day. Yeah, thank you very much, Otherworld. Let's talk about that real quick. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good. I was the only one to acknowledge it. With Days of Our Lives, though, they are, again, they have a couple of advantages that the other shows don't. Exclusively online. Nothing is interrupting them. They're 6 months ahead. They know exactly when every episode is going to drop. Months ahead.
There'll be no preemptions.
When they are filming, they said, this episode is going to be aired on April 27th. Like, they know it already.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, they're able to plan that. They can have a New Year's episode, a Christmas episode, a MLK episode. They're going to definitely have a Valentine's Day episode in which everybody's running around set to set trying to find things. It's probably going to be a bomb, honestly. One of these geocached items is a bomb. And we need to frickin' find it. That would be so good.
It's the most boring scavenger hunt in the world.
What? Everybody freaking around trying to find this bomb? Have you seen
Days is really good about it too, because they also do Juneteenth. I really liked.
Of course, Jacarius, anytime.
I really liked the conversation with Rafe and Jada and Chanel and Johnny. talking about the stuff about the, the hair, I thought was really good. And then Leo's column,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was really good. I liked that moment with him and Chad and Everett.
Their office is so small. It's the teeniest newsroom. Isn't Chad
And
supposed to be like the owner of the magazine? He doesn't
Yes.
have an office with a window?
Yeah.
Like he's got a worse desk than Everett.
Well, that's the desk he chose. He kicked Everett to the other desk because it's by the door, so probably closer to the bathroom or something. I don't know. And I also like that they pointed out that Martin Luther King Day is supposed to be a day of service.
Mm-hmm.
I like that they showcased that as well. I thought they did it very well, personally, myself.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too.
Jacarius wants to know what our goals are for this year.
With a lot of realism too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So you're learning things that you like before they take it all away and show off the evil side of everybody. Jacarius wants to know what our goals are for this year. My goal is to continue this podcast and continue to have fun guests on it and continue to raise the star of 10th Floor Podcast channel, to continue to contribute to the soap world out there and see what 2024 can bring us opportunity-wise that hadn't happened before.
I am going to be starting the TNSON podcasts, and we're going to be we're lining up a few guests to launch us off with some things. I'm also going to be starting a podcast about another show, the show Found.
Oh, yeah, you like
and
that one.
Just really getting TN off the ground and
taking those next steps in the stuff
Yeah.
that you broke ground on in 2023. You're gonna see some light in 2024.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What about you, Mama? You gonna continue to be a great grandma?
Yeah, I'm gonna be. Yeah, I'm gonna. Man, I'm just trying to stay happy. Honestly, stay happy and just I'm retired, so I don't have to have a whole giant life anymore. I did that already.
She's
But,
gonna go to some ball games. She's gonna go to some recitals.
Yeah, just enjoy my family, have fun, enjoy being healthy.
Mhm.
Gonna continue to walk up and down the stairs in the house is what she's gonna do.
Yeah, just
My mama said I'm gonna get a 2-story house because I'm gonna keep my bedroom on the 2nd story, so I have to walk my butt up those stairs every day for the rest of my life.
I did do that on purpose. I did do that on purpose, but I was smart enough to have a bedroom downstairs as well, just in case someday. I just not. But I'm going to take my ass up these stairs until I have to crawl up them.
Hey.
Because you know what, I find that's true, you guys. You know what, people? You know why they can't do things anymore? Because they stopped doing them.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of my New Year's resolutions, because the boys that I nanny, their bus stop is only like a block away. And when it would be cold or whatever, we would drive. But one of my New Year's resolutions is that unless it was an absolute storm outside, we are walking to the bus. And I'm walking to the bus when the days that I have to pick you up that you don't have after school program. And I have stuck to it.
That's great.
That's awesome. It's awesome because I know that you've been walking in some snow.
Oh, yes. I have been walking in some snow.
Yeah.
Yep. But we've been doing it every day. Have not missed a day.
That's great.
I'm proud of you because that would be so easy to say, "Oh, screw it."
Oh, God, yes.
Cool today.
Also, in 2024, Love Politics Medicine is supposed to finally hit the airs too. So that's exciting.
Yep.
So that'll happen. That'll happen. And I will not be walking through the snow because I don't live in a state where it snows.
Goodness, I don't.
You live in a state where it just doesn't snow near you.
Right. Otherworldly says that Mom is the mother of the 10th floor. So thanks for being all of our mama's mama.
Yeah, well, I'm Mama Cat. That's
You're
who
Mama
I am.
Cat. You're Mama Cat to even people who are older than you.
You guys.
Okay, we've been chit-chatting for a long time already, and I, and stuff, and so we got to start leaning toward the wrap-up here. But you know what we didn't talk about? We didn't talk about Holly getting taken away and how sad Nicole is. But it's good that Ari's getting a little bit of a break. She's used a lot of energy.
Yeah, she's been amazing.
Aw, Mom, you're an inspiration to people like Otherworldly to stay active and moving around and walk up those stairs.
No.
I try.
Angela's a lot closer to you, Kelly. And she is.
I'm in Boston, Kelly.
Let's see here. Luke's got beat up. We talked about that. Holly went away. Sloan gets drunk. That was actually a lot of fun. Constantine
fun.
threatens Steve. Oh, you've never been to that place, but your eyes say the different.
Yes.
I don't know what you mean, old man, but you need to get out of here. Those eyes. I will never forget those eyes.
Yeah.
So now he's all freaked out like he's seen a ghost.
Yeah.
I am curious. Now, I know
And this
that I know
is
there's
leading into the pawn storyline.
Yes. And I know there's a whole contingent of people out there that are like, just let it be done. Just let him never know. It doesn't matter. Why do we need to explore this? He's been on the show for 40 years and we never talked about it. Why do it now? There's a whole group of people out there. But
why not? Seriously, just the pictures we have had come out of John this week. Have you seen these? They're great.
I haven't.
I will show you. I'll show you guys because I can't share. I don't know how to share the screen for our YouTube followers to see it, but I'll show you guys. They've been on Twitter and stuff. They're so great.
All right, we'll take a look at it.
Drake is going to knock this out of the park.
6 inches in Nashville, my goodness.
Well,
17 hours away from
I'm
Kelly.
excited they've given a legacy character a front burning story.
How dare they?
Yeah.
Why would they ever do that? Why
Well,
would they
Kelly,
waste their
you should
time
just
on John Black?
Come over. You can stay in my guest room, Kelly.
It's only 17 hours. It's nothing in the car.
Nothing.
Nothing. You'll be fine.
Especially in this weather.
Yeah.
That was it. That's all I wrote down. The main thing is I wanted to come on here, talk about Theresa relapsing. Mention Johnny and Chanel getting married, or getting engaged. I don't want to say married because they're not married yet.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted to say goodbye to Holly and Tate for now. They'll be back.
Yeah.
Just give them some time. And,
Alex walked in on Theresa and Brady about kissing.
Yeah.
But she's also coming off of being high, so I really feel like that's going to be really easy to blow over.
Yeah.
Well, between them, maybe not between Brady and him, though.
Yeah, him and Brady are going to be, he's going to be like, well, I understand why she did it.
Exactly.
You don't understand. We're on a TV show. Anytime a character kisses another person, they pucker up. They always, it's TV.
Yeah.
They always return the kiss. It's what we do here.
Yeah.
Really, like in real life, if somebody kissed me that I didn't want to kiss me, like that would be my reaction. In TV, it's like, why'd you do that? How dare you?
Don't stop.
Yes. Anyway, folks, that's it. Class dismissed. Get out.
All right, Kelly, I'll come stay in your guest room.
Hey. Brady is a horn dog. You're right, Jeannie.
As we want our soap guys to be, right?
Right. We just want.
Oh, and Angela.
We want to put the man-hose.
The chemistry that you mentioned between Kristen and Brady, I saw that big time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't talk to you about it. Yeah, I agreed with you. When I saw them, I said something on the podcast. I said, "Oh, you know what? Professor's right."
Yeah, I am.
And Kristen, they did have a moment of where she had some passion for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw it. We likened
and it was very convincing. I loved it.
Yeah.
We're because we talked about him pulling the gun on her, when the podcast first started, and you're like, I was waiting for him to put the gun down so they could just do it on the desk, and we're like,
yeah,
what?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And now we see.
Now
it.
You're like,
now we see
I
it.
see it.
Oh.
I see. Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
What do you guys? So we didn't talk about Xander and Sarah. Playing house. What do you think about that?
They're
Are
cute.
you happy for them to play house? Are you bored?
Whatever. It's containment. I don't care about either of them. I mean, they're like Wendy and Tripp. They're cute, but
we're just waiting for Xander to find out that he's actually Victor's kid.
Yeah.
So they're setting him up a nice little happy life for him to be like, oh my God, all these resources to do such evil that I didn't have before.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? I've been turning things around, but now I've got billions of dollars and a whole network.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's a likely direction for things to be going.
Your tweet about Sarah acting like you like an accent is something you inherit.
Yeah.
Do you think she's going to wind up with your accent?
They're like,
Oh, no. I think she's going to sound just like you do, darling. Like, what are you guys talking about? She's probably going to sound like some sort of weird mixture between you two and the nanny.
Right? Yeah.
Reminds me of that Jim Carrey movie, Fun with Dick and Jane, where he plays him and Tay Leone. They play these like people high on the corporate chain, like VPs of whatever. And they have a kid, but the kid primarily spends time with the nanny, so the kid speaks Spanish, not English. And it's just this bit through the whole thing that I don't think they'd be able to get away with nowadays.
No.
But it's this
No.
bit where he's just like, not my telenovelas. They're pulling him out of the room and stuff. And it just makes me think of that.
Yeah.
So no, the kid's going to wind up sounding like Gabby. I don't know. I don't know. Was that
Yeah,
wrong
it
to
was-
say? I'm sorry.
it
if
was funny.
was.
It was funny.
Okay.
It was funny, man.
To toe the line here. I don't want to get in
Now,
trouble.
the Twitter,
I was gonna say you're gonna get emails.
the Twitter was funny. The tweet was funny.
Yes, it was. It is not a genetic thing. She's going to wind up
No.
sounding like
No.
like whoever they hire to play her as an adult.
Yeah.
They added sound effects to the blanket. Eric and Sloane's baby blanket. They added a sound effect to it.
Well, we're heading the right direction.
It was funny because I was doing dishes or making breakfast or something, and I was listening to that scene, and I heard this baby noise, and I'm like, no way. They actually get a
I thought the
baby.
same thing.
Did they actually-
Are they going to actually show
No.
me?
And then I pulled out
Gosh darn it.
my phone to look at it, and it's still him just holding that folded blanket. I'm like,
So,
Yeah.
we asked this question last week, actually, Angela. So when is the time frame that days typically actually shows an infant?
because it's
I
different after
don't know. Honestly, I don't know that they ever really show an infant anymore.
They're just
So
not.
I
does,
think
does
that-
it just like get too old for the blanket and then disappear for a couple of years?
Well, I mean, they'll show like a they'll show a toddler.
Yeah, that's what I mean, you know?
So as
A
I've
walking
learned,
child.
so SoapOperaNews.net gave Performer of the Week to a couple of people in General Hospital, including the babies.
Mhm.
Ace. And because of that,
They
I've
were
become
random.
aware of the Clay Brothers Twitter account that's
Mhm.
that's run by their mother. And she
Yes.
shared a picture of Ace with Ace's teacher and Ace's
Mhm.
handler and both of Ace's
Yes.
parents and the entire flippin' army of people that are attached
Oh, yeah.
to this one actor that can't speak. And I
Yes.
thought, how expensive.
And not only that is that the reason that they want twins is that they can only like under 3 months old. I think actually I don't even know that they can do under 3 months old right now, but
Mhm.
I know that they can only be on set completely for like 2 hours a day and only be filmed for 15 minutes.
Yes.
And then like under 6 months, like half an hour. I mean,
Yeah,
They-
it's very stringent.
It's way too much work.
to film these children and even have them on set, even
That's
when they're
why
not.
that's why there are so many twins
Right.
Mhm.
played on
And if you can
television.
get triplets, they love that too, because
Right.
then they, have more time with,
But
but
that
that's
also
why they
means-
don't care, boy, girl, whatever.
Just be a baby.
Exactly.
And so that's that also means that you get like 2 tries at the most.
Mhm.
'Cause
Yeah.
you get one time with one baby, one time with the other baby, and that's why if they're eating the boom, you just keep going.
Hmm.
Oh goodness gracious. I think that's it.
I think that's
That's
it.
it. It's 10:20. We got to start mentally transitioning for 10th floor. So
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be done with Days for Dummies. Thanks for coming.
Hmm.
Thanks for talking with us and being here. Except the baby is so.
And
small.
remember, next week you won't find us at 9 o'clock.
Well, you might. I don't see why we. I mean, can we? Why couldn't we?
Again, huh?
I don't know. We can do it for
Why
a minute.
not?
We'll figure it out. Just pay attention to the Twitter,
Yeah.
We'll just
even if it's
this is a
just me.
double feature next Saturday.
It could be a
next
triple
Saturday.
feature because
It's a
we still
double
have a
feature.
10th floor to do after we talk to Remington.
Yep.
So we'll figure it out. It just could be a Sunday of just me talking like crazy and not stopping. And I hope you're
Yeah.
a big fan and you love me.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. I'm clicking buttons now. Thanks for joining us for Days for Dummies. Join us again next week right here at 9 a.m. for class again as we talk about everything that happens in Salem next week and how it connects to the big grand 50-year history of Days of Our Lives as seen on Peacock TV. I guess that's it. You can follow us on Twitter at 10th Floor GH, or you can follow Angela on Twitter, Brooklyn74. You can see it all spelled out at the bottom. The next show is going to start at 11 a.m. That's in about 40 minutes right here on the same channel. We're going to talk General Hospital for 10th Floor Podcast. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you're watching the replay. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. You can donate to the channel with a super chat. You can buy us a coffee, all of that kind of stuff. Chandra will probably be back next week or something to leave links because I'm not doing it. All right, folks, get out of here. We'll see you in a few. Class dismissed. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
And I've been Angela with Matt and Kat.
And we'll see you next week right here for Days for Dummies. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Have a great